Galin here with the Chatham Journal. I'm with the new coach of the Northwood baseball team, Dave Miller. He's a little bit taller than I am. I actually should be holding it like this, but hey, he's got a great pedigree. You played for what, UNC, and then you transferred to where?
UNC Wilmington, Carolina, and then UNC Wilmington.
And you did some coaching on the collegiate level as well.
I was a graduate assistant at UNC Wilmington and a pitching coach at Appalachian State for a couple of years.
All right, and on the high school side, you've done what, 9 years at Chapel Hill, 8 years Southern Lee?
Correct.
All right, now, you're now the new coach at Northwood. When you decided to come over here, you tweeted that, we follow social media, you tweeted that you were doing it now as a personal decision. Could you kind of elaborate as to what the personal decision was?
Well, we live in Pittsburgh. We've been here about 8 years now, and we've had a very successful program at Southern Lee. Had gathered some really good assistants, a good group of players, just coming off a 20-win season and conference championships. But Coach Parks approached me about this, this job being open, and I mean, I know it's a baseball town, it's tradition rich, and Coach Horton and Coach Parks have done a great job. Just being around my family more, just being around my wife and my kids, and being in the community that we live in and the community that they're going to be going to school in, was ultimately the driving force to making the change.
Now, in your introduction, you mentioned you have 3 11-year-olds. Can I assume they were triplets?
They are triplets, yes.
There are triplets, and it's 2 boys and 1 girl.
2 boys and a girl.
There you go.
Correct.
All right, now, again, you haven't been here very long. What do you see that you like, and what do you see that you as a challenge, or maybe you're going to need to improve on this coming season?
Well, I like the interest. I mean, this was a great turnout. Not on a Friday night in the middle of the summer, not really sure what to expect, but my son has played rec ball through East Chatham, and it's like I said, it's a baseball town. There's a lot of interest in baseball, a lot of following baseball, so I was very pleased with the turnout we had here tonight. I've heard a lot of good things about the middle schools and their feeder programs coming up. So I'm just kind of getting established, getting the players used to the culture that we want here. You're leaving a program that you've been at for 8 years, and they kind of know what you expected and kind of know what was in line and what was out of line, and just getting to know the players, and them getting to know me and my expectations is probably the biggest challenge.
You seem to also imply that you're going to make your players practice hard. Is a little bit insight on that?
I'm a hard-working guy, and we try to have some light practices and some easy practices, and by the time you put in the things that you need to do and cover, you're 2.5 hours, and you're like, and this is a short practice. But we try to get them prepared as much as we can for game time. One of my favorite sayings is practice has to be hard so the games can be fun. Right. So that we want them to be prepared, and the best way to do that is to get them through as many situations and that they can see in practice.
One of the parents during the intro asked you the question about, well, what if my kid plays another sport? What's your overall attitude about multi-sport students?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, it uses different muscles and different mindsets, and ultimately they're just going to be in better shape. And like I said, they're most of the time using a completely different set of muscles, so they're going to be stronger, in better shape. And we'll find time to catch them up and get them involved. But, like I said, if they're a good enough athlete to play soccer or football or basketball or some other sport, then they're probably going to be a pretty good athlete on the baseball field as well.
All right, last question, a little bit off of Northwood. Dean Dees, coach at Orange High School, is retired this year after 34 years, I think 504 wins. You've got 250 plus, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
What's your overall? You competed against Dean, haven't you?
Oh, gosh, Dean coached against me. We go way back. And then when I was at Chapel Hill, we were in the same conference and competed with each other. And in fact, at Southern, we had just an ongoing game with Orange every year. We got together on a Saturday and played in the regular season, just to maintain. His teams are going to be well coached. His teams are going to be good. They're going to be disciplined, and they're going to be a challenge. It's one of those just kind of a playoff type atmosphere, a playoff caliber team that you can count on seeing every year. So I hated to see him step down, but now that I'm in the conference, it may be a little easier.
All right, Coach, thank you very much, and welcome to Northwood.
Thank you so much.